Hello, colleagues. This is John Herrera, president of MuniTemps, Municipal Staffing Solutions, and today's City Speak blog and podcast. As the little graffiti I have up there says, don't panic. Don't panic. It's going to be okay. I know that a lot of you today are aware of all of the different issues that are going on in our economy and environment, and there's so many different issues that are causing us to worry. Now, today I'm talking to professional colleagues. I'm a chief financial officer. I'm a finance director. I work with local governments, city governments. So what's top of the list for me right now, and for many of my colleagues, is the banking sector. We all know about Silicon Valley Bank. I think it's the second largest bank failure in the history of the United States. The first one was Washington Mutual. Many of you remember Washington Mutual. But I guess what I'm here to tell you is that as I look back over 33 years, over 3 decades of experience in working in municipal organizations, local government organizations, city organizations, and I've been the finance director for most of those years. But during that period of time, I and many other people around my age have seen all of these issues, financial issues, economic recessions, and many other problems and issues that we've had to deal with in local government. But thanks to my dad, who was always the stabilizing factor in our family, that no matter whether there was an earthquake or there was an economic recession, unemployment, whatever it was, he always kept his cool. He never lost his cool. And that really helped to stabilize us. Are you the stabilizing factor in your organization? Or are you the Chicken Little? The sky is falling, the sky is falling. There's so many pundits out there today. There's hundreds and hundreds of different opinions on, oh my God, this Silicon Valley Bank, what does it mean for us? Don't panic. Play the long game. But of course, don't put your head in the sand. And that's my management philosophy for over 30 years. And I'm just sharing it with you today. I'd love to hear your comments. But whether you're on LinkedIn or some other professional network, yes, you're aware about the bank failure with Silicon Valley Bank. So instead of panicking, why not go and have a meeting with your banker? If you're a city government, you're not covered usually by the FDIC limits of $250,000. Your deposits are into the millions or tens of millions of dollars or beyond. So what you need to understand is that even though your bank doesn't provide FDIC insurance above the $250,000, they do provide collateralization, collateral for the deposits that you're keeping there, right? But go back and meet with them, because yes, with rising interest rates, the value of a lot of the assets that your bank is keeping in as collateral, the value of those assets has gone down. So yes, you got to be concerned about that. Diversify. Move monies that you don't need to have in your bank, move them to the local agency investment fund or some other risk-free or very low-risk investment pool. Nowadays, we're all chasing the yield, right? U.S. Treasury bonds going out to 24 months, 2 years. You're making way over 5%. So U.S. Treasuries, Federal Home Loan Bank, Freddie Mac, Fannie Mae, and Federal Farm Credit. There's many other agencies that these are considered risk-free because they have the full faith and credit of the United States of America. So anyways, don't panic about the bank situation. Again, don't put your head in the sand. Get involved. Don't just go with what everybody else says. Do your own research. Meet with your banker. Involve your city manager, your general manager, your CEO, whoever that is. What if a key employee quits? Remember, we talked about that a couple weeks ago. Don't panic. Find out why they quit. Maybe there was something going on in the organization. make changes, and then move on. Look to hire a new employee, no matter how difficult it seems or impossible it seems that you can find another employee to back that person up. The rising risks of economic storms, yes, they're all out there. All indications are out there that you have a big financial squall that's coming. So brace for it. Your municipal organizations has likely been doing that, and if it hasn't, do what you can right now. You personally, as an individual as well, you have to plan for this as well. So try to have 6 to 12 months as an individual cash reserves. As an organization, maintain as much as is politically acceptable. Also, plan for disasters. In local governments, we have EOC, Emergency Operations Center, and what we do is we have procedures. We have manual systems in case there's no electricity or the generator's not powered up yet or whatever. We have the ability to keep track of purchases during an emergency. As an individual, you should have a go bag, have contact with who do you get a hold of in case there's an emergency, right? But again, don't just sit there and worry. Don't sit there and talk about all the possibilities. We got work to do. We got a lot of work to do. We have bank reconciliations, audits, financial reports, compliance work that we have to do with our bondholders. We have to be preparing the budget for the next fiscal year or the next 2 fiscal years, depending on whether you adopt 1 or 2 years at a time. We have so much communications work. We have human resources coordination because of a lot of human resources work that we need to work on to comply, to improve the employee attraction, retention, recruitment, and working with human resources is a very important responsibility that we have in finance or in other departments. So I have to tell you that if you have time to sit there watching video after video to see, oh my God, what's happening in the economy, what's happening in banking and so forth. No, that's a very reactive, panicky kind of a position to take. You have way too much time on your hands. Get to work. I mean, let's all get to work. I personally have enough work to keep me busy 34 hours a day. Of course, I need to sleep. And also, there's only 24 hours in a day, right? So there's more work than there has ever been. And you get to pick the work that you want to do these days. So please don't panic. Today is just a blip in your life. Even if we were to have to endure a 12-month, 24-month, God forbid, a 36-month economic recession, we're going to be okay. We're going to navigate and we're going to work to be self-sufficient as individuals, self-sufficient as organizations, so that we can navigate this economic storm. Should there be any more bank failures or whatever, we will navigate that. And the good thing is that we have the full faith and credit of the United States government that's helping to stabilize the banking sector. Of course, we have the Federal Reserve Bank that's doing its own thing with trying to lower inflation by raising the interest rates and so forth. So yeah, we still have a very close shave to get through this process. By the way, I shaved, if you haven't noticed. So don't panic. We're going to be okay. Give me a call. Let me know what you think. You have to achieve serenity. It's going to be okay. Keep your true north and your trust going forward. It's going to be fine. Have you heard that serenity prayer? The serenity prayer that says, God, grant me the wisdom to accept the things I cannot change, and the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So let's continue to work together in a strong bond of synergy and teamwork so that we can navigate anything. Think of yourself as being on a ship to get through these stormy waters of the bank failures or economic recessions, but we're going to be okay. In the words of my dad, don't panic. Make the most of it. Plan, get your head out of the sand, and do the best you can to plan and prepare your organization. All for now, John Herrera with MuniTemps, Municipal Staffing Solutions, and the City Speak newsletter. Thank you. Bye-bye.